Hello there, welcome back to a news video. It has been quite a while since the last time, and this has been posted quite a while ago. But the reason for that is simply that I had multiple exams per week and that the last week I actually didn't even have internet. Anyways, let's get to it. This is a Devblog to the USS Arizona BB-39 All or Nothing, it's labeled. And here it says, USS Arizona is one of two Pennsylvania, Jesus Christ, class battleships built for the US Navy during World War One. And incorporating many new technologies which would find themselves in subsequent American battleship designs. Soon captains will have the chance to take command of the famous USS Arizona as it arrives in War Thunder naval battles with the next major update. Here it says, an American-era super dreadnought battleship incorporating heavy armor protection and firepower but lacking mobility. Yeah, to be fair, pretty much every late war ship was a super dreadnought. Let's see, it features, well, first of all, it's rank 5. It has excellent armor protection, numerous hard-hitting cannons, poor air defense, and low mobility, like literally every other dreadnought, but alright. And about the history, which is probably the more interesting part about this. After the design of the preceding Nevada-class battleships that employed the novel all-or-nothing armor scheme, the Navy sought a slightly larger, improved design to be ordered for construction in the fiscal year of 1913. As such, the Bureau of Construction and Repair came up with a number of design sketches to satisfy the Navy's requirement. April 1912, the final design of what was to become the Pennsylvania class was chosen to further work on refining the design, continuing until September. The decision to order the design into construction was met with some political opposition over concerns that the design was too weak and expensive. Nonetheless, the class was approved for construction, with USS Pennsylvania being ordered in August 1912, while its sister ship USS Arizona followed suit in March 1913. USS Arizona was laid down in March 1914, launched in June 1915 and commissioned in October 1916. Due to oil shortages in Europe at the time, the ship didn't take part in hostilities during World War One, but instead escorted the American President Woodrow Wilson on his trip to Brest for the Peace Conference in 1919. It should have sunk. Along with other warships. Subsequently, both Arizona and its sister ship were transferred to the Pacific Fleet, undergoing substantial modernization in 1929 through 1931. Throughout the 1930s, both ships took part in regular fleet exercises. However, during the attack on Pearl Harbor in December 1941, the USS Arizona was sunk following a catastrophic explosion on her 4 magazines, after an aerial bomb managed to penetrate the ship deck. If I'm not mistaken, you can actually still see it there. Uh, it's not a horrid-looking ship either. So, but, well, it's a ship and I don't really care about the Navy stuff in War Thunder because I think it's actually pretty poorly made. Anyways, in War Thunder, USS Arizona will be the new battleship to join the ranks of the US Navy in the game, with the release of the next major update featuring heavy-duty armor protection and tremendous firepower. This American so-called super dreadnought is sure to shake things up with its upcoming arrival to War Thunder naval battles. Being a battleship, USS Arizona features some of the most substantial firepower found among this type of warship in War Thunder. As such, the ship comes fitted with 4 triple 14-inch, or if you use actual unit measurements, 356mm turret comprising its primary weapons arsenal. Far-reaching and hard-hitting, the heavy 14-inch rounds fired by these cannons possess an average muzzle velocity. What? Alright. I thought it would tell us what the average muzzle velocity of these guns is, but not just, yeah, muzzle velocity is average, but I assume they just fly like any other ship, which I don't know why I would even point that out, but alright, sure. But excellent penetrating capabilities even at long engagement distances. On the flip side of the coin, however, these large caliber guns come with the caveat of also having a substantially lower rate of fire than most other guns captains in War Thunder may have already gotten accustomed to. I mean, that's to be assumed. Here we have another picture. Although I don't really know about this picture, it just... they kinda put a waterline in here. I don't think they have done that before. It looks a bit stupid because it's just like here. I don't know, I don't like that. Um, can't remember them doing that with the other ships, but I usually also don't pay attention to ships and sometimes don't even cover them because, well, like 5 people watch them. Anyways, in addition to the 14-inch primary guns, USS Arizona also possesses a secondary weapons complement consisting of 12 5-inch 51 caliber 100 or 127mm cannons mounted in the casemates on the ship's sides, dedicated to engage other surface targets. In addition, 8 5-inch 25 caliber cannons located on the weather deck aid the ship in defending itself from air attack. Lastly, an additional 8 caliber 50 heavy machine guns situated in platforms on the mainmast aid the secondary cannons in the later role. However, while USS Arizona's capabilities against surface targets are unquestioned, the evident lack in anti-air protection leaves her relatively vulnerable to aircraft, meaning that aspiring captains of this formidable warship shouldn't stray too far from the Allies unless they wish to be sent to the deep blue by a zealous pilot. Interesting fact: USS Arizona's wreck still remains in her final resting place in Pearl Harbor and was turned into a memorial after World War II. Ah, so I was right. Um, as a second ship class in the US Navy to adapt the all-or-nothing armor scheme, USS Arizona possesses extremely thick armor plating around her machinery and magazines, while the rest of the ship remains virtually unprotected, just as implied by the armor scheme name itself. In fact, the USS Arizona's bale armor ranges between 343 to 203 millimeters in thickness, while the turrets feature 457 to 228 millimeters of armor. Overall, this high level of protection, in addition of having a large complement of 1,390 sailors, make the USS Arizona a true juggernaut on the high seas, but also a rather cumbersome vessel as a result, being able to attain a top speed of just 20.89 knots or 38.7 kilometers per hour. That's actually not that slow, to be honest. I was expecting a lower speed. Whereas USS Arizona has set course for War Thunder Naval battles and is expected to arrive in the game as part of the next major update coming in the near future, Jesus Christ. And blah blah, here it doesn't really say anything. Um, well, I think it's alright looking. I think it's a bit stinky that Wilson was on it. And I have no idea how balanced it will be in terms of the other ships. But, I mean, it's War Thunder Navy anyways, like, I can't really imagine anyone caring about this. If you actually do, then please tell me in the comments. Otherwise, well, see you in the next video.